Hi there, thanks for tuning in. I'm really excited to actually share this practice with you today. I have a few requests for something a little bit more spicier, a little bit of something that builds up some heat perhaps, gets the heart rate pumping a little bit more in the body. So I'd say this is suited to those that maybe practice regularly or have another kind of physical practice where they feel strong in arms, maybe there's no shoulder injuries or anything we're nursing at the moment. Might not be ideal for you if that's you at the moment. Of course, listen to your body. If you know any time that this doesn't work for you, it feels wrong, hopefully we're listening to the body so we can adapt, we can pause, we can adjust however we need to. And usually I offer loads of adjustments, but you might not get so many from me in this session today. So just taking note of that before you start, and grabbing anything you might need to facilitate your practice, bricks, cushioning, if you're on a hard floor, you might want something for knees. If you know stepping back is helped with a raised floor like 2 bricks or 2 cushions or anything you've got handy at home, grab that as well. And we'll start in child's pose. And as you make your way into child's pose, taking a moment to come in and out a few times, adjust the positioning of knees, the width of the hips, out wider and closer. Perhaps the arms aren't quite comfortable yet and you need to take them out wider or closer. And you might just want to bend the elbows and let the forehead rest on the forearms. So there isn't one way to do anything. You're essentially going to hopefully move in a way that feels good for your body. As I said, I won't offer loads of adjustments or loads of adaptations in this practice, but I'll sneak a few in and out there where they could be useful. So we start in child's pose, taking a few moments to settle, feeling the floor beneath the body. Bring your awareness into the body and noticing information, sensory feedback from the body. Maybe adapting, maybe backing off a little bit if we've gone in too strong or too deep with something too quickly. And perhaps just starting by taking a couple of breaths in and out through nose and mouth. And it might even feel like it's the first time you're coming up for air today, or it's the beginning of the day, and you want to set the mood or the tone with this practice for your day ahead. Thinking about the pace at which you're breathing, and starting to maybe form, maybe regulate some kind of consistent pattern, a metronomic pattern to your breathing. We'll take a few more breaths and we'll build upon that with some movement coming up shortly. So for now we're just breathing in and out, perhaps closing the mouth, perhaps keeping the mouth open, not forcing anything and definitely not stifling the breath or affecting it if it's not there yet, or if it's a little bit bothered, a bit het up, or a bit strained or constricted in any way. And the next inhale, we'll use that as best we can to make our way to all fours. And we're just going to ease gradually a little bit further forwards and come into a little bit of a lazy up dog. And we're going to move a little bit from side to side here. Again, maybe taking the hands wider or turning out slightly if you know the wrists are a little bit bothered. Toes relaxed or toes curled. So keep exploring. And then inhale back to all fours and exhale back to child's pose. Again, on the inhale, we're going to roll forwards, and on the exhale, a little bit of a soft, lazy upward-facing dog, and some side-to-side movement. Feeling left side, feeling right side. Inhale to all fours. Exhaling back again to child's pose. Once more, inhaling to all fours, and exhaling to ease forwards. Naturally letting the weight gravitate down a little bit. We're not pushing anything down. We've just got this little light movement, encouraging a little bit of ease into body. Then inhaling to all fours, Let's make our way up to downward facing dog as we breathe out perhaps. Adjusting the positioning of hands and feet. Maybe easing the head down. Then inhaling to roll forwards. Exhaling, knees down, again back into that soft, lazy version of up dog with a little bit of movement side to side. Breath into tabletop, breath out back to dog position. Inhaling to roll forwards, exhaling to lower knees. Again, a little bit of a lazy up dog coming, so easing in side to side. And the same as before, inhaling to all fours and exhaling back to dog pose. Take another breath in, bend the knees a little. Take a breath out, make your journey forwards to the top of the mat. And then inhaling to make your way up halfway. Feel a little bit of feet root here. As we draw the crown forwards, we can feel the back, we can feel the front, we know if we're doing anything. So don't feel that you can't wiggle about a little bit and explore until you find what feels right and in tune with you in your body. When you get there, take another breath in. Take a breath out slowly, folding back over the legs. Take a breath in, rooting through feet as you rise. Feet feel awake, there's some activity in those feet as you reach up and lift the arms. And exhaling to slowly fold. Inhaling halfway again. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling palms. And we refold back over the legs. Take one more time, one more breath in. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise fully. And exhale to refold fully. Stay there for a moment. Take a breath in, take a breath out. And as you inhale again to standing upright fully, feel the toes, feel the heels, feel the mat perhaps underneath the soles of the feet as you grip a little bit and reach up. So we're then going to interlace the fingers and now the arms about, let's say chest height apart. Have a little soft bend in the knees. Remembering your cat pose, as we've done this before, when we're on all fours, we articulate the spine, and we'll flex a little bit the back body here, keeping the knees a little bit soft, sending the knuckles a little bit away from you. Take another breath in. Exhale there, lovely guys. Inhale, pressing all the way up, and exhale to fold back over the legs. Inhaling again to rise fully. This time we'll hook the thumbs over one another and we'll fold over to one side. It doesn't matter which side, don't even think about it too much. When you get there, maybe widening the feet, maybe pressing a little bit out into the side body, that feels good for you, or not so much. And then take a breath, come back to centre. We'll do the same on the other side. So again, not forcing, keep this exploratory. Keep it fluid. Take a breath in, come back to your centre. As you exhale, we fold back over the legs. Take a breath in, step the right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, rooting through both feet as we pull the upper body, pull the body to centre, breathing in. Breath out to fold. Inhale to downward facing dog. Take an exhale there. Raising right leg on the inhale, hugging knee to chest or knee to nose, stepping right foot through, left knee down as you exhale. Breath in, rooting to centre, breath in, lifting the arms, lifting the chest, maybe lifting up if that feels good for neck today, and then refolding. Breath in, stepping left foot forwards, take a breath out and fold. Inhale to rise fully, exhaling to refold. Inhaling halfway, exhale, refold. Inhale, stepping right foot back, lowering right knee down. Take a breath in, make your way all the way to centre. Planting palms down as you exhale, well done. Inhale, left leg back to dog pose. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Inhale, rolling forwards to high plank. And exhale back to dog position. Just changing it in between a little bit. Inhale to roll forward, maybe chin past the hands. Exhaling back. One more time as you inhale, roll forward, perhaps having a little awareness there of what's going on in the lower back, in the belly, with the pelvis. And maybe exploring a slight tilt of the pelvis, so we feel almost like we're doming, very softly doming in that part of the body. Nice and strong hope in that part of the body. Take a breath in. Exhale, pressing back to dog position. Inhale, raising right leg into the air. And exhale, stepping right foot through, lowering left knee down. Inhale to center. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Take an exhale and fold there. Inhale to rise fully. Exhaling as you refold back over the legs. Inhale halfway and exhale to fold. Coming into chair, bending knees as much as feels good for you. If you want to make it more challenging, maybe we're going really low, we might want to change the width of the positioning of feet so we feel balanced and stable in the position. Take a nice deep inhale. When you get there, as you exhale, we are refolding back over the legs. Inhale halfway, back into that steady rhythm, and exhale to fold. Inhale, left leg back, left knee down. Breath in, root through the feet, draw the body to center, take a breath in. Breath out to fold. Inhale, right foot to left, take an exhale there. Raising left leg on the inhale, hugging knee to chest, stepping left foot through, right knee down, exhale. Breath in as you root to center, breath out to fold. Inhale, right foot steps forward, take an exhale, folding there. Inhale to rise fully, exhale to refold. Inhale, left foot back, left knee down, and then breath in back as you make your way to center. Folding back over legs, right foot steps back to left, take a breath in, take a breath out. And again on the inhale, raising left leg, hugging knee to chest, think about the back body moving, front body moving, making space, and then right knee down. Nice work, guys. Inhale to center, exhale to plant the palms down. Lifting right knee, stepping right foot forwards and folding over. Coming into chair this time, a little bit different chair pose. Take a breath. Feel that you're able to balance here. Finding what feels symmetrical for you, balanced for you, even in distribution of weight for you. We're then going to explore lifting the heels, shooting the arms back, balancing on the toes, maybe keeping the knees bent, or straightening up the legs, or taking it up as high as feels right or better for you. Then planting heels down, inhale back into chair, arms reaching, exhaling again, coming onto those toes, balancing, eyes steady, heels root, inhale chair pose again, and exhale as you find that lovely lift. Nice. Take another inhale. Exhale, heels root, inhale for chair. Exhale to straighten back over the legs. Take a moment there, breathe. Then stepping back right foot, stepping back left foot, coming into the top of your push-up. Taking the feet together or wider. Again, so we are exploring. We're keeping this exploratory. We're not just doing anything for the sake of it. You could come onto those fists if you know wrists are feeling a little bit already. They're a little bit bothered communicating with you. And 3 times we'll do this next part. So we're inhaling here. We know what's going on with the lower back and pelvis as well. We're a little bit tuned in, feeling switched on in the lower abdomen, the lower back, around the hips. We're pressing back to dog pose and exhaling. Inhale to roll forwards. Exhaling back. inhaling forwards and exhaling back. Lovely. Inhale forwards this time. Taking right leg up into the air. So we're in a one-legged plank. Take a breath in there. Exhale, right knee to right arm. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, right knee to nose. Really driving through those arms. Good. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, right knee to the back of the left arm. Then spinning onto the inside edge or flattening that left foot down. So whichever feels stable and secure for you. And stepping right foot out to the left. Amazing, guys. Then reaching up to the left side of the body. Pressing through both feet into the floor. Really important we use both feet here. The right arm, the right side of the body. And maybe taking that left arm up. Or letting the arm drift a little bit over the head and over the side body. Nice, feel that nice side stretch there. Really yummy. Take a breath in. On the exhale, gazing down, releasing left arm down. Breath in, maybe we could lift the leg, then hug it back in, or we're bringing it back in as best we can, and stepping back to dog pose. Well done. Give the hips a little sway from side to side. Keep it light. Breath in, open mouth. Maybe a little moment there is needed to let that go. Then rolling forwards as you inhale, this time lowering knees down, coming back into that little lazy, soft version of up dog with a little sway from side to side. And then lowering down to cobra, so we're bending the elbows, we're lowering slowly down further. And when you've found just enough lift of the chest, noticing neck, noticing shoulders, noticing anything we've defaulted to, perhaps adjusting. That's not to say you can't say what you're doing, but it's just having that awareness, gathering the feedback as you stay in it for a moment. And then lowering all the way down slowly, well done, and reaching arms back. As we reach the arms back, we will lift the chest, we'll take a breath in, perhaps a little bit of bringing those arms in closer, maybe lifting legs, all options, maybe bringing legs together, holding that for a moment. Feel the back body nice and strong here. Everything, that whole back body pretty much working. Take a breath in. Breath out to slowly fold back to the floor. Palms or forearms, using what you need to press up. Take a nice deep inhale. Pressing back to dog as you exhale. Take a moment there. Come back to breathing. Steady, continuous breathing. In and out fully. Maybe moving the head around a little bit. We're inhaling to lift, to roll forwards. Lifting left foot this time. Okay. Keeping ourselves as centered as we can, not leaning too much to the right or anywhere to the other side. Take a breath in there. Exhale, left knee to left arm, or almost there, or right up into the armpit, or somewhere towards. Left leg extends back. Exhale, knee to nose, but knee almost in that direction towards the chest. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left knee to behind the right arm. I'm just going to spin myself around here so you can see me from the other side. So we're then stepping that left foot out to the right. Right foot might naturally spin in, or you might be more comfortable on the inner edge. I prefer a flat foot, so that's your choice. We're pressing up slowly, so to your fallen star, I think it's called fallen star. Pressing up slowly, pressing through both feet into the floor, lifting through the side body, reaching the right arm up, or taking the right arm over. So you get this lovely side body stretch with this, really nice. You might even feel that all the way through that arm down to the hip. Take another breath in, keep pressing the floor away. Gazing down, release the right palm, bring the left leg back however you need to, and breathe. Go back to where I started. Take a breath in, rolling slowly forwards. Breath out, lowering knees. Come back through your little soft, moving, swaying up dog. Notice the shoulders, they can move in various positions, the shoulder blades, scapula, the shoulder girdle, so keeping things moving. And then slowly lowering halfway down, further down, and eventually all the way down to the floor. So before we take locust and arms reaching back, if that's your preference, you can go there again. If you want to try arms forwards, shoulders are happy to go there, why not? When you feel ready, take that breath in to help facilitate that lift. Don't think about it too much, sometimes it's just easier to go with it, go in the moment, go with the flow, not think about it too much. Holding where you are, whatever you set up, take another breath in, slowly lowering all the way back down, take a breath out. Inhale, pressing to all fours, and exhaling for a moment to child. You've got a default number, you can explore different, wider, closer. Full breath in, while open the mouth, let the breath out. Softening the face, aware of any facial expressions are making, distorted facial expressions. Maybe encouraging a little moment of softness. Maybe a little softness in the midst of something quite heated. There's a little bit of fire here, but also a little bit of softening. Take a breath in, make your way back to table, adjusting legs in a bit closer where you need to, and then up and back to dog pose. When you get there, we're going to step the right foot forwards, and we're going to end up turning to face the long edge of the mat. Of course, if you're facing the other way round, depending on how you've positioned yourself, you can do it the other side to face me, face forwards. And we've got the feet wide, and we're breathing in there, taking a moment to adjust the shoulders, draw the heart forwards, coming into a forward fold between the legs, the head can be down. Option just for a moment, might feel nice to put hands to the nape of the neck, face the skull, or have the hands anywhere that might be your preference. You might want to interlace the fingers and give the shoulders a little stretch. We really use those arms a lot already. Where have you gone? Take another breath in. Take a breath out. Releasing the hands or bringing them back to the floor. And we're moving everything over towards the left. As we do that, we're going to bend this left knee. And perhaps turn the toes slightly out. For me, I know I need to do with my hips. We're all different, so I'm turning my toes out slightly. And there's some weight now going over that left thigh, that left hip, left leg. So option to stay just with that right leg straight, foot flat, hands down. Option to perhaps release the hands from that and hold that really low, really strong position. You might want something in between, or also to come onto the right heel and lower down further. And if arms are feeling nice and free in their range of movement this morning, we could take that left arm behind and the right arm also behind, so the hands might catch behind the thigh, behind that left hip. Coming into your full Skandasana pose, or somewhere on the way to something, and breathing. Take another breath in, take a breath out. Hands to the mat or no hands, take a breath in, press into the floor using what's in contact with the floor. Breathe in to center. Breathe out, transferring weight to your right side as you bend the right knee, a little turn out of toes, and we're lowering slowly somewhere that makes sense on this side. So you get the gist of this now. We're going to pick up the pace slightly, moving into your modifications with arms or anything you did with arms that you wish to do on this side. And then using the breath in to press to center. Breath out as we go back to the left side. Breath into center as we go, breath out to right side. One more time, and you can use these hands. Breath into center, breath out to the left. Then last time, back to that last side, breath into center and breath out the right. Take another breath in just there. Take the breath out. Release the hands, make your way to centre, feet parallel, feet wide. Inhale, pressing a little bit up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to press. And exhale to fold. Once more, inhale halfway. Exhale, hands to waist, maybe chin to chest, feet root, legs strong. Inhale, pressing all of the way up. Where we'll spin the heels in, so we've got a little turn out of knees and hips. So next, go mega wide here. Think about maybe going as wide as your range of motion. So maybe even gazing down. Sometimes it's nice to check that you can see like your big toe kind of in line with the knee roughly. Not too far forward, not too far back. You get the gist. And then arms to the inside, like inner upper arms to the inside of the ribs. Really squeezing in. Feel quite active in this part of the body as you squeeze those inner arms in. And then moving from side to side. Slow, steady, rhythmic movement actually. And we're breathing in and we're breathing out. Take another breath in one way, breath out the other way. Nice strong use of legs here. Inhale, raise the arms, press through both heels to straighten the legs. And exhale, heels back out as we slowly refold back over legs. Well done. So we're now going to turn, we're just going to kind of spiral out the feet a little bit to face forward. We're going to turn everything so it's facing forwards. We'll step the right foot back to the left and breathe. Take a deep breath in to bend the knees. Take a breath out, 2 steps, lunge, jump, pop, however you want to get yourself forwards to the top of the mat. Coming into chair pose, take a deep breath in. Coming into diver's pose, heels lift, we're balancing, we're hovering on the toes, arms reach back. Inhale, heels down, reaching back to chair. Exhale, hovering to toes. Once more, inhale, chair pose. Exhaling to hover, to lift. Lower the heels, inhale to chair. And exhaling as we fold over. Lovely work, guys. Take a minute there, breathe in. Breathe out. Then taking left leg up into the air behind you. So you might want something for raising the floor, props, cushions, bricks if you have them available. We have the left leg up into the air. Play with the height position or turn up position of the left hip and the right as well as you move. If we've got any pain or conditions or anything around the sacrum, the SI joint, anything in that part of the body, perhaps keeping the left leg quite low actually, left hip in line with the right, so not tilting or turning up too much. So I'm staying there, taking a moment and breathing. Good. Option to take a bend of the left knee. This is if it was healthy in this part of the body. Option to turn the left thigh out, the left knee out. And again, taking it further if you want to, right hand might reach back and find that left foot. If we've got that far, if we're holding that foot with relative comfort and ease, hopefully you might even want to explore a little kick into the hand, and then resisting just kicking into the hands pressing back. And it will just make that feel a bit different rather than just pressing out, actually creating a little bit of resistance in a position. Take another breath, releasing, not flinging the leg out, releasing with a little bit of control, lowering the hands down, right foot, left foot back to dog pose. Breathe for a moment. Breathe, maybe pedal out, give the hips a little swing, take a moment. Okay, second side. Let's make our journey forwards, however you want to get there. Inhale halfway, exhale to fold, inhale to rise fully, exhale to refold, straight lift of the right leg. We're not adding on anything really in between. Straight lift of the right leg. Raising the floor for hands, for arms, for shoulders. So we can balance We feel relatively even what we're doing here. Perhaps it feels good to open the right hip, to keep the right hip in line with the left, to bend the knee, to open out again. And we've got that same option of reaching back with the left hand to the right foot. Side might not feel the same, probably won't. Maybe we change how much or little we're putting in, or need to put in, or don't need to. Take another inhale, perhaps pressing into the hand fighting back into that foot, a little bit of resistance there, very useful. Last breath in, breath out. Amazing work, guys. Release that foot slowly back to the floor and stepping back to dog pose. Take a breath, let the hips swing, a lot of leg stuff there so far. We're going to make our way to sitting, so however you need to get yourself down. If you do a little jump to get there or a hop to get there, you can, or you might just step a foot, put the other foot behind, so you sit down in a crisscross. When you get there, coming into Navasana, boat pose, option to take fingers, maybe that's your peace fingers to the big toes, or the outer feet or the heels, and option to start to kick up. So you might find you can easily straighten the legs, but as a consequence, we're not kind of dumping a little bit of rounding to the back or the shoulders. I mean, if that feels good for you, then obviously you can go there. But perhaps it's useful to take a little bit out of the legs and give a little bit more to the back. So feeling the back strong, not a pencil, but lengthening a little bit straighter, but it isn't straight because it's not a pencil, it's natural curve of the spine. I'm not going to give it that word again. Take another breath in, your adaptation, your modification as you're doing this. And we'll release the feet slowly down. Try to sand the heels down, release the feet slowly down. Start with toes, start with heels. Roll back to being on your back for a moment. Hug the knees in. Coming into happy baby. Using the arms as leverage to pull the legs down. And then actually we're going to let go of the legs with the hands and bring the arms onto the floor. And I want you to keep practicing, keep focusing on pressing down, but without those arms doing the work. So just using your strength, your natural range of movement and ability here. Take another breath in. Take a breath out, slowly release one foot and then the other foot down. Breathe, let all of that rebound a little bit. Okay, and then either arms to the sides, up above, maybe around the waist, any way you wish to come into bridge. So as we breathe, we're working our way up, so you're working out for the first one. It might just feel nice to explore how wide feet, hips actually want to be positioned here. So that's more parallel or out slightly. Perhaps a little bit of opening up the chest and the shoulders, that's like doming we can create by bringing the shoulder blades a little bit closer and slightly tucking those shoulders under. If we're quite happy there, we'll stay for another breath. And then very slowly just releasing and lowering yourself down. Hug the knees in, or maybe let them drop in, so a little lazy, happy baby, or lazy hugging. And we'll go for this again, we'll go for another back bend. So maybe adding a notch in, or taking it a notch down if you need to. So if you've just gone like you're 100%, you might want to do the same, you might want to do a bit less. If you feel like you've actually sparked a little bit of something, you want some more, you could just not use the arms, so the lower body's taking the weight mostly, arms over the head somewhere, not do much. Or hands, elbows bent, hands, heels of the hands on the mat, somewhere around your head. You can probably see your elbows if you look to the left or to the right, and just pressing to the crown.
Keep the back body really active here, so the glutes, the hamstrings, all that region is active to extend the front of the hips. Should have been like that in your normal bridge anyway, the first stage bridge. And if you're thinking about pressing, if you've not got there already, you want to, the same. So to press, use the hands, use the feet, but really use the back body. Really use that body, nice and active. Take a breath. Then slowly lowering down to the crown, back of the head, neck, lower the spine, all the way down to the top to the bottom, and releasing the arms. Take a breath back in. Naturally land, naturally lay into where comes next, whether you just sit into a position of legs down or soles together or arms up higher. So phonically quite energy inducing, quite exhilarating back bends. So rather than just kind of skipping what you may notice, staying still just for a few moments to receive that. Of course, you have the option of hugging the knees or moving a little bit side to side. That also feels good. Now, when we first started, we didn't spend too much time setting up breath. We let it naturally evolve. We've been moving quite intensely in quite a strong way. So we'll spend the last 2 or 3 minutes practicing a little bit of diaphragmatic breathing. Sitting or lying down, be as comfortable as you possibly can. Arms on the floor, arms placed somewhere where they can be at ease. Supporting the neck, the head with a little cushion. If we feel anything's trapped in terms of breathing or there's any pressure in the neck. And then closing the eyes. Taking a breath in through the nose and a breath out through the mouth. So we're going to bring our awareness to the sternum. And to start with, we're going to practice breathing into the sternum, into the back of the sternum. And as you inhale, you'll feel the ribs as well, most likely lift a little bit, maybe spread. And as you exhale, we're going to let that ease. The sternum's going to release down, and so will the ribs soften down. Do that a couple more times. Breathing into the sternum, feeling it lift, feeling the ribs expand, and breathing out softly. And once more, inhaling into the back of the sternum, and exhaling softly, so nothing's forced. If breath feels compromised, we're definitely not forcing or pushing into anything, just taking it to where it still feels comfortable. Which is really important for this next part. So the next part, we're going to breathe in just as we did into the sternum, so the ribs expand. Maybe holding it for a moment, maybe not. But as you exhale, we're going to try and keep the ribs, the diaphragm, the ribs, the sternum lifted, but let the exhale happen, and you'll feel almost a sense of hollowing. A little cavernous hollowing underneath the ribs. Then take a breath in to the belly, and then exhale everything slowly down. I'm going to do that again. Take a moment. Then breathing into the sternum, breathing into the ribs. Brief hold. Keep it lifted. Exhale. You'll feel the belly almost kind of hollow out. Then breathe back into the belly like it's going to swell. And exhale everything slowly. Okay, we're just going to do that once more. One to practice, so we'll slowly pause and come back to. Take a breath in and out first. Inhaling into the sternum, into the ribs. Keep that space lifted as much as you can. Exhale Let the belly naturally relax or almost become a little cave, sort of empty cavernous space. Inhale back into the belly, feel it swell. And exhale, releasing everything after that. And then take a soft breath into the nose. Take a deeper breath out through nose. Again, soft breath in through nose. Deeper breath out through nose. And just once more, soft breath in through nose. Deeper breath out through nose. And just letting natural breathing slowly resume. Now this is the point where either you wish to stay still and quiet for longer, maybe grabbing any blankets, any cushioning, closing the eyes, grabbing an eye pillow, anything to take you where you've practically landed. And if you're ready to go there, feel free to stop the video. I wish you well. If you've finished and you're ready to finish up with me now, you can just make your way up slowly. And thank you for joining. I hope some of that was of use. Please pass on any feedback back to me. It's always welcome. And take care.